What's up, guys? My name is Brandon McNulty. I'm a writer, I'm the author of Bad Parts, and welcome to my writing channel. Today we're going to talk about character secrets, and if you've ever read a book or watched a movie, you know that when a secret is revealed, it can be the most exciting part of the entire story. So naturally, you're going to want to include secrets and revelations in your own work as well. And the first thing I want to say up front, if you are thinking of including secrets in your stories, they should serve two purposes. The first thing they need to do is they need to help your audience connect with the characters, and the second thing they should do is that they should bring impact to your story. Now today, the example I'm going to focus on is one of the most iconic revelations in movie history, and it's the revelation of Darth Vader being Luke's father. And if I just spoil that on you, you can leave hate mail in the comments section below, but I think this is one that pretty much everyone is familiar with. I don't want to risk spoiling something that came out within the past few years or so, so we'll stick with the revelation of Darth Vader being Luke's father. And we're going to work with this, and the reason why this works so well is because it is managed well and it is delivered well. Now when I talk about the secret being managed, I'm talking about how it is kept secret in the course of the first two movies. For instance, at the beginning of the first movie, A New Hope, when we meet Luke, we see that he's living with his aunt and uncle, his father's out of the picture, and he regrets the fact that he never got to meet his father. And that's something that helps us connect with Luke. We see that the idea of his father is meaningful to him. He wishes he had his father, but of course he doesn't. And that's something that eventually will pay off in a big way. And then later on in that first movie, Luke meets up with Obi-Wan, and then Obi-Wan tells Luke that Darth Vader killed his father. And this is important because this is a special technique called misdirection. It's something that a lot of comedians use when they tell jokes. They will take their audience down one particular path, and then when they hit the punchline, they will take them down a radically different path, and this will get laughs. It works the same for storytellers as well. Just send your audience down one line of thinking, and then later on show them why they were wrong. And in the case of Star Wars, it starts off with this misdirection where Obi-Wan says, okay, Luke, your father's dead, he was killed by Darth Vader. And because of this, the audience at the beginning of that movie, they think, well, okay, well, Luke's dad is dead, we don't have to worry about him, and, Darth Vader's a bad guy for killing him. Nobody's really thinking at the beginning of that movie, okay, well, maybe Darth Vader is actually his father. No, you're not thinking that. Because we have that misdirection early on, and Obi-Wan just shuts the door on the idea of Luke's father being out there somewhere, it comes as a huge surprise later on in the second movie when we learn that Darth Vader is, in fact, Luke's father. Now, another important thing to remember with managing your secrets is that, yes, you want to keep your audience in the dark about the secret itself, but at the same time, you need to throw the audience some hints along the way. That way, when the big revelation happens, your audience can look back at it and just be mind blown and say to themselves, oh, I should have seen that coming. I should have noticed things like, oh, how Darth Vader was protective of Luke during Empire Strikes Back, and during those conversations with the Emperor, and the idea of Darth Vader freezing Luke in carbonite and taking extra safety precautions. There was something suspicious going on, and I couldn't quite put my finger on why Darth Vader was being so protective of Luke, but now it makes sense. You want those kind of moments to happen to your audience where they piece things together after the big revelation happens. So don't keep your audience in total darkness. You need to include some hints along the way. Now, when it comes to actually revealing a character's secret, the most important thing you need to keep in mind is timing. Because if you time it right and you reveal a secret at the right moment, you will blow your audience's mind and you will give amazing impact to the story. But if you reveal a secret too early, you rob the audience of suspense and mystery. And if you reveal a secret too late, you rob both the audience and the characters of the opportunity to process and to react to the revelation. Now with Star Wars, the I am your father revelation is timed perfectly. It comes at the end of the second movie, which means that we have two full movies to get to know Luke, to get to know the characters, to understand the stakes of the story, and understand the story world before we have that grand revelation that the villain is actually the father of the hero. And of course we have a third movie after it for Luke to show us how he has responded to that revelation and how he plans to take action in order to change his father and save the galaxy. Now, on the other hand, let's say that the I am your father revelation came too early. Let's say that Obi-Wan tells Luke about Darth Vader being his father in their first conversation together. That would just, take all the fun out of it. There would be no suspense leading up to the confrontation between Luke and Vader. There would be no interest in Darth Vader as a character because when you see the series for the first time, you're wondering who is the man behind that mask. And when you get the revelation of who it is, it has amazing impact. But if we're just told in the first 30 minutes of the first movie that, oh yeah, that by the way, Luke, that guy who's the second in command for the Empire, he's your father, that wouldn't have the same amount of impact. And another thing, if we waited till the very end of Return of the Jedi to reveal that Darth Vader is Luke's father, that would have problems as well, because if we're having the throne room battle in front of the Emperor and Darth Vader and Luke, they're swinging their lightsabers, they're battling it out, and then Darth Vader drops the bombshell at him at the end, yes, that would have some impact. It would blow Luke's mind, it would blow the audience's mind, but we wouldn't have enough time to react to it, and Luke would not have enough time to really process what it means and how it defines him as a character and as a person. He would only have probably about 10-15 minutes to decide how he wants to react to that revelation, and he'd probably just end up either killing Darth Vader or being killed by Darth Vader, and that would just not be a satisfying ending. Before I wrap up this video, I want to give you a couple more tips. The first one is that the size of the secret will usually determine when it will be revealed. For instance, a smaller secret should usually be revealed early on in the story, something that can, clue us in on who the character is, maybe show us how interesting they are, or something like that. If you remember in the beginning of the first Star Wars movie, when Luke meets Obi-Wan for the first time, Obi-Wan reveals that Luke's father was a star pilot and a Jedi, and that's a secret to Luke because his aunt and uncle never told him that. It's not a major secret, but it's something that Luke learns and something that we can take interest in. And then another tip I want to share with you is the relevance of your character secrets. Relevance is very important because a secret should be meaningful to the characters and the story, and if it's not, you can throw that secret out the window. For instance, let's say at the end of Empire Strikes Back, instead of Darth Vader saying, "I am your father," he says to Luke, "Hey Luke, your dead mother, she was the Queen of Naboo." That would be a secret, that would be something that Luke and the audience didn't know, but it would have no impact on the story, especially within the context of Empire Strikes Back. And instead of that, you would have to come up with something better, something that does impact Luke in that moment in a profound way and impact the story overall, something like, "I am your father." So I hope this helps. Question of the day, does the villain in your current work in progress harbor a major secret? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. Hit the like and subscribe buttons for me. Share this video with a friend if you don't mind. Pick up a copy of Bad Parts if you haven't already. And as always, remember to keep on writing.